Hey, this is AnneBabyLion, and this is my first YouTube video.
Oh! I feel like we're about to record your death.
I am a South African who has been traveling since I was 12 years old, and it took me very long to position my life, and finally in September 2022 I landed my dream job and immediately started traveling. Did my first big trip in Jan 2023 when me and my Toyota Hilux, which I had transformed into my house, embarked on a 3-month travel trip into Africa. So it was just it was crazy. Like, it was one big adventure. Okay, because your bag sit nie vas nie. Okay. Ek het iemand gevra ek moet Simogo toe gaan of iets en hierdie pad gaan blykbaar sien toe so. So yeah, just a bit more about myself. I started my first business when I was 10 years old, and I kind of think before that I'm an entrepreneur. Like, it is what it is. And so yeah, currently also have a few I have a few side businesses, and I have 2 Airbnb properties. So I actually moved out of my own home and turned it into Airbnb and active while I'm traveling. And yeah, apart from that, I'm a financial manager, and all I can say, like, every part of my life is just, it's crazy, like impulsive, just crazy adventurous. I'm always keen for an adventure. So yeah, I just really believe that my story is worth sharing. And yeah, I hope you come on this journey with me and that you actually enjoy the ride. Okay, my new home for the next week, cabin number 5, the office, the bedroom in the middle of nowhere. I think it's all about like efficiency. Okay, so my brain is all over the place because, while trying to manage my side businesses and dealing with tenants and having a full-time job. I actually have a full-time job, can you believe? I'm traveling, so it's kind of it's just so like intense. Everything about it's intense, but for me, intensity kind of fulfills me. It sounds weird, but intensity really fulfills me. And I think that's why a lot of people always tell me, Annelie, how do you do it? I get this question so often, Annelie, how do you do it? And I'm just like, I don't know. I do not know how I do it. And yeah, so it's even apart from the traveling. I think what the traveling does, it's so weird because because everything is so crazy around me, it feels like the crazy of traveling kind of calms me down. And I think that's why I like traveling, and I also think that's why my traveling is so spontaneous, and why I'm always keen for that adventure, because I feel like most of my life is so serious, and then the traveling gives me that sense of fulfillment. Now your next question, and this is a very common question that people ask me, why do you travel? So there's many reasons, but I'll obviously in coming videos and everything go into a lot of depth. But I think the biggest thing being an entrepreneur is just the economies of how things work while I'm traveling. So first thing when I get into a country, what are the politics? To understand economics, you need to understand politics of it, because economics are, in most countries in democratic societies, basically governed by the government. So understanding the economy, economics of things just in general. And then there's other aspects then secondly is the biggest thing for me is the culture. So I have this thing where I say, so while traveling, and you'll see this, I classify myself as a solo traveler, but I'm never solo. I'm always meeting new people. So it's kind of like this amazing experience where you're traveling with someone who's from a different culture, traveling with an American, a Canadian, or Australian, wherever this person comes in the world. I'm a South African with my values and my, my upbringing, and then you're putting like these 2 people or these 3 or 4 or 5 people into a new society with different cultures, and then experiencing that culture. It is so unique and it's so fulfilling. And I think it's kind of like when you're traveling, you're so constantly evolving. And I don't know, like you would think maybe because of the craziness in my life, like that is a bad thing, but for me it's just so fulfilling. And yeah, I just like that is also like it's so like the stories and the things, it's so amazing, and I really just need to share this. So yeah, just enjoy the ride.